out of our friend and we were trying to get him off our...
Hello everybody, I hope you are super well. Today I want to talk about what I do in preparation for a commercial shoot. So today in about an hour I'm heading off about 45 minutes out of town, and I'm shooting for a great company called Fraser's, and they create houses, retail, commercial and warehousing properties all over Australia. And they're a wonderful company. I did a big shoot with them last year, went across 5 days all over Australia. I did make a video about that, but I never quite finished it. You know, I should finish that and get that out. I'll do that. What do I do to prepare for a shoot like this? It's a stills shoot, which is actually different to how you prepare for a video shoot. So let's start with the charging. And yes, that's now finished charging because the light's gone off. And look, those have just finished charging. My wife and my kids came home. Everything's finished, everything's ready. So that's the charging station. And over here we've got my main camera case. So this includes the two D850s, 24 to 70 2.8. There it is there. And that's the VR version. We've got the 70 to 200 FL, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that is the best lens that Nikon make, although I think the Zs are now changing my opinion in many ways. We've got the 14 to 24, which I made a video about just last week, which you can watch up here right now. Watch that. It's really interesting because I put it on the Z. We have the, I think this is, oh yes, this is the tilt shift, 24mm tilt shift, which I often use to create in-camera effects. Then we have the 85 tilt shift, which I use the same thing. Plus I use it for architectural photography as well. And then we have the 85 1.4, which again, check this film out right here. It's all about putting that lens on the Z7. And we have the 24 1.4, another great lens. I've got the grip. If I need to shoot faster and I want to go forever, it's got another whole battery in there. So of course the D850 takes the XQD and the SD, and so we just whack those in there. I'm not shooting high speed, so the SD is just there for backup and overflow, depending on what I choose. And then I will also be taking the Pro photos, which I've been charging. I also use them in here when I'm shooting for YouTube, so that's why they're out of their packets. The charging's complete. I've also been charging the third battery over here, so all that stuff's charged up. And also check the transmitter and the Pro Photo. If we have a quick look over here, it also has this transmitter here, takes AAA batteries, and so we also check how that's looking. Okay, so I just wanted to finish up with a quick recap on what I do to prepare to get ready for a commercial shoot. So we start with checking all of the batteries, making sure primary batteries are fully charged, and then I have secondary and tertiary batteries on most occasions. So I will literally have 3 times the batteries that I need. So that's what we start with. I will also have memory cards. I will have primary memory cards, and then I will have backup memory cards, either if one happens to fail or if I shoot more than I expect I'm going to shoot. I will put the batteries and the cards in the camera. I will then format those cards, and then I'll fire off a few frames just to make sure everything's working as I expect it to. I clean the lenses, have a look at all of them and give them a bit of a scrub on the front just to make sure everything's looking normal, and check that everything's in order. Nothing worse than turning up on location and a lens isn't in your bag. So you just want to check everything you think you need is there. And to that point, I will actually have a little bit of a think about what type of shoot is it and which lenses should I take. So sometimes I know I'm going to be working in low light situations, so I will deliberately take my 1.4, and now I have high quality 1.8. I will take those types of lenses with me and less of the larger numbered apertures because I'm shooting low light. One thing that I'm known for in the commercial industry is I'm very good at using available light, and so that's why the right lens choice is very important to me. So once all of that stuff's in there, you know, obviously you've got to check everything that's in there. Do I have my cleaning cloth? Do I have my my blower to keep everything clean? Do I have shutter release cables and all those sort of extra accessories? Hey everybody, and so here we are, arrived. This is the camera case. Here is the tripod and stands. There's the Pro Photo backpack, and then here is the videoing equipment in case I have time to do some more stuff. And this is the location. This is where we're shooting today. Like I said, we're about 40 minutes out of town, probably more like 50 minutes out of town, and it's going to be a fun little shoot. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, bye. And what type of strap am I using? Sometimes I'll use my Black Rapid to click 2 over each shoulder because it'll be more of an event style situation where we're running and gunning. And if it's more of a commercial situation where I can put cameras down and pick them up, or I've got an assistant with me, then I'll go strapless sometimes, or I will take a strap. We have all of these choices. So I think about all that sort of stuff. And then of course there's the tripods. On this shoot I don't think I need a tripod, but I will have it with me just in case. And then there's everything relating to the lighting. So stands, umbrellas. If I know I'm going to be outside, I'll take sandbags so they don't blow over in the wind. Sometimes gaffer tape if there's any cords that need to be covered. And these are all the sort of very basic things you need to think about before you head on out there. So I think that's it. I would love to know what your checklist is for when you're heading off and doing a shoot and what you need to take with you. It actually ends up being quite a long list of things, so I'd love to hear about your checklists. Yeah, so share that with me in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here, we would love you to come back, so please subscribe. Of course, please share, it makes us all so much smarter. And please like. We'd love a like. And look, if you don't like, then don't like. But we'd like love a like. Of course, it helps get the message out there, the more likes that we get. And the more views that we get. And the more likes that we get. And the more views that we get. You know what I mean. Anyway, I'll talk to you very soon. Today I want to talk about face detect. I think it's a pretty important subject, and I think camera manufacturers and critics alike are leaning on it a little too hard, and they're weaponizing it. So let's talk about that.